And thank you for joining on a Saturday afternoon. You could have done a lot of other things, but you're here. That it shows that you want to do something. You want to learn web development. Okay, so let me check if I'm live. Okay, so hello all. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm live. Okay, so hello all. So thank you all. So let me wait for 1 or 2 minutes, and then let me start. Okay, so first we are going to, for half an hour we are going to do some things like, as I've told, that I'm going to tell you the 3 secrets to become a web developer. So something we're going to discuss, because all of this stuff, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all of this stuff you can find somewhere else also, but you don't know how to do it, where to do it, in which order you have to do it. What is a web development, what is web app developer. So we'll start with HTML at around 3:30, maybe before that also. And regarding the attendance and all the other things also, I'm going to tell. Okay, so that is there. And let me share my screen. And because you might be seeing me for the first time here, and let me first tell about myself. So although a lot of you have heard about me on the WhatsApp group, most of you might be coming from the WhatsApp group. Okay, so let me share my screen now. Okay, so this is my screen, and this is my LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn is a professional profile. Yeah, we are live on LinkedIn also, but if someone is watching on LinkedIn, please do come and watch on YouTube. It helps our channel grow. Okay, so we are live here also. And who am I? So my name is Navindu Vishwas. I am a LinkedIn influencer because I have a lot of people on LinkedIn, and plus I am a full-time corporate trainer. Plus I am a founder at TWD on the channel in which you are watching this thing. I'm a React.js teacher. I'm a tech YouTuber. So you're watching it. I'm a tech author. Actually, you are not able to see the author thing because it has been hidden by here. And actually, I have 16 years experience in the IT industry. I was my last from September 2021. I'm a full-time trainer. Before that, my last job was an associate architect in a product-based company in Bangalore. I have worked in the biggest companies on the planet like Oracle and JP Morgan. So that's about me. And this is who am I. Teach both fresh and express content, web development, and provide career guidance. We have always the courses going on. And beside this, I take corporate training also. Corporate training means I go to big companies, like top companies in India, to give their student, give their new employees training on web development, because everybody is like you only, nobody knows anything, and colleges don't teach anything. So everybody is like that only. So they want to learn this web development. So they need to learn this React, JS, Angular, and all those things which they need to do. So that is what I am. So this is me, JavaScript teacher and founder. Okay, and I'm working from a hometown from September 2021. So this is the time in which I started full time. Okay, and I have author also. You can see on my profile. Okay, see, let me give me my profile. You can see it later on. So this is my LinkedIn profile. You can watch it later on. And sixth book I published, YouTuber, and this was my last full-time job. Associate architects are at the top of the chain of the means technical thing. Okay, so I was associate architect in a product-based company. Then I have worked in IBM. I have worked in L&T Infotech, JP Morgan, Oracle, everything. Like 2004, I started my career. So that's about me. And this is about the company. We are a fully registered company. We pay our GST, and so that's why you get a certificate with our GST and all. So we are there for the past 1 year. So we are a fully registered company. Okay, so that is there. And what else? Okay, so one more thing which I want to tell. You will get attendance two times. One is around 4:15. One will be around 4:15 PMIs, 4:15, and another will be around 5:45. Okay, at that time you'll get the second attendance. Okay, so those, what are these attendance? Because we have already told, a lot of you are from some WhatsApp groups, or some other places. So we have told that we are going to give you certificates, and those certificates are like a lot good, because those who will get certificate from us, they will also get promoted to our network. Okay, so that is there. So we like I'll show one thing. So whoever gets certificate from us, we promote them like this. Okay, web development participation certificate. We promote them, and we tag them. Okay, we tag them also on LinkedIn, and this post generally get a lot of impressions. Like this 175 impressions is a lot of impressions. And why it is important? Because I have 23,000 connections. Those who don't know, LinkedIn has a cap of 30,000 connections. So I have 23,000 connections. So that's a lot. And my connections have almost everyone, like almost every big startups out there. Like all the things are there because I was in the industry for right now. So I'm in the industry right now. I was going to talk with a lot of people. So all the startup people, they want React.js developers from me, and all those things are there. So that's why if I tag someone, it reaches my 23,000 connection. And one thing I will tell you, the people who have this many connections, they take money to just tell your name, because I know that thing. And we do it for free because we want people to become web developer. Okay, web app developer. So that is what we want people to become, and we do it for them. Okay, we do for the action takers, not for anybody else, because I cannot promote like anyone who do this thing, anyone who do this certificate, anyone who attend this thing, we promote them. Okay, so that is there. And what else? How will you fill the attendance sheet? So you'll fill the attendance sheets through our Google form. So Google form is there. So two mandatory requirements is there: subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram. These are two mandatory. And we are big on Instagram also, because this is my Instagram account. I post on Instagram something related to web development. So everything related to web development, whatever I think it is related, I do a lot of reels there. So that is there. So this two things are required. And email, because we're doing so much, so we require something. Okay, so that we can reach to more people. Email you have to give. So on this email, actually, when you submit this form, on this email you will get your participation certificate tomorrow night. Okay, so please don't ask later on. Tomorrow night you'll get. Tomorrow Sunday by 10 p.m. you'll get, because a lot of people submit this thing. Around 50-60 people submit this thing, and we don't have any automated software. We have to create it by hand. Okay, so then your name. So name what you want on the certificate. Then YouTube username by which you have subscribed to a channel, which you will do when you subscribe. Instagram ID by which you have subscribed to an Instagram, definitely you will subscribe. And your current role, non-IT professional, whatever. And LinkedIn profile. Okay, LinkedIn profile is a must. Not must, but if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, please don't put it. Just say that I don't have a LinkedIn profile. Like that, you can do it. It's not mandatory. But if you do a LinkedIn profile, as I've shown earlier, I'm going to promote you on Monday. I'm going to promote you on Monday that you have got the certificate, and it will reach to 23,000 people out there who belongs to top startups, and all those things are there. From even I have in my connections people from Google, Microsoft, every other big companies on the planet, Uber, and all those things I have. So that is there. So, and there will be not one attendance but two attendance, as I told. Okay, one will be around 4:15 by the time most probably Java HTML will be completed, and the second one will be around 5:45. At that time second one will be there, but we can give it a bit early also or a bit late also. Anyways, two attendance will there, both of them. It is mandatory to fill both of the attendance. Okay, so that is there. And so before I start with HTML, before we start with HTML, so let see something. See, you can do all these things at every places, but what are the actually things which are required to be for web development? Okay, so this is another tool is there. So one thing is required is HTML, CSS, and another thing is JavaScript. In fact, for web development or website development, actually, I should have updated it. Website development, you need only HTML and CSS. You even don't need that. HTML, CSS also you don't need. You need only something known as WordPress. You need only WordPress, because all the small websites are made in WordPress, but not the big web apps. So what are a big web apps? So these things are web apps. See this thing which I'm doing, nice clicking thing, is that these are known as web app. LinkedIn is a web app. Okay, LinkedIn is a web app. Facebook is a web app. All the big thing on the planet right now are web apps. Okay, so we are not using desktop app right now. See, this is my desktop. I hardly have any app. If I'm using a Mac, I hardly have any desktop app. Okay, VS Code I have some Sublime editor. I have this 3-4 app I have. Earlier, in before 2010, there used to be, everything used to be a desktop app. Nothing, no web app was there. Facebook changed everything, so everything is a web app. So how are web app made? Web app are made with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. In fact, not JavaScript, a library of JavaScript known as React.js. So React.js is there. React.js is required. So these four things are the top thing right now which can give you a job very easily, which can give you a job if you know these four things. Okay, someone on one WhatsApp group was telling yesterday that he or she, I don't remember, is doing a full stack Java development. Full stack Java development is not required, because it is good if you know full stack Java development. Java is a very tough language. Full stack if you want to do full stack development, do full stack JavaScript development. It will be very easy. In HTML, CSS, React will be there, JavaScript, React will be there, and in addition to that, Node.js, you can learn Node.js and you can become a full stack. In fact, full stack is not even required. In my experience, if you can see, I was an associate architect. I was a front-end associate architecture. Unless you go to a very very small company, like 2 people company, which is a very good thing to do. Okay, actually, because you learn a lot. If you go to a very small company, 2 people company, which most of you might go, but not later on. So then you have to be a full stack developer. In every company which is more than 2 to 5 people, more than 5 people, they have a different front end team. They have a different back end team, because there is a lot of work. One person cannot do all the work. I had all my life worked mainly as a front end developer, front end heavy, but I'm a full stack developer because I know everything on Node.js also. I don't know anything about Java. Java very little I know, because Java is not required nowadays. Most small, big, medium companies nowadays uses Node.js. They don't use Java. Java is used in very big companies like LinkedIn, Facebook, and all those things. Java is still very good. Okay. So in the backend they use, and the most number of jobs are there in the front end, not in the backend. Backend is already saturated because a lot of people know Java and all those things. Okay. So most of the jobs are in front end, because see how many people will be working on this nice site. A lot, not 1 2 people. Half of the LinkedIn employees will be working on the front end. More than in most of the companies, what happens, 70% people works on the front end, only 30% people all work on the back end. So front end jobs are more than the back end job, and you need only this thing: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. Because if you are not using a Google product, like this is the Google product, this is the Google Docs, Google have something else like Angular instead of React. Angular is also a JavaScript framework. React is a JavaScript library and much more easier than Angular. Angular is also there. So if, when I teach in corporate, I teach both of them, Angular, React, because sometimes they get React project, sometimes they get Angular project. But corporate, in the sense, very big corporate, I teach, like companies which have 10,000 employees. But if you go to startup or medium range company, you don't go beyond React. In fact, 90% companies use React only. They don't use Angular in the front end. Like LinkedIn, like all this company uses React in the front end only. Why React? React is much more easier to learn than Angular. Angular is and React has got React is much more popular than Angular, if you ask me. So that is the thing. So you have to blind. If you learn all these 4 things, you'll get a job. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to do Python. You don't have to do Java. You don't have to do PHP. You don't have to do Laravel. Just listen to me. If you don't want, you do a research. And if you do a research, you'll get a lot of Scalar ad. Scalar is a big company which does a lot of ad, and they will also say the same thing. See, 90 right now I was opening and I was seeing a Scalar ad. 90% of the websites uses JavaScript. Why? 90%? No, 100% of the website uses JavaScript. That's the wrong thing, not 90%. Because the browser doesn't understand anything else than HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It doesn't understand anything. So that ad was also wrong. 100% website uses JavaScript. 100% web app uses JavaScript. Nobody can use anything else out there. Okay, so that is there, and everybody, and 90% of people uses React.js. So you will get most number of jobs are in here only. Nowhere else you have to go. You don't have to learn Python. Python is using data science, which doesn't have any job. If you want to learn about that, you learn from my Instagram. I do a lot of bashing on data science. Though data science is a fake thing. There is no jobs are there in data science. The main thing is there. So that is there, and so these 4 things you have to understand. And one more thing I want to tell today. So a lot of people are asking what you will teach. Okay, so HTML we are going to teach completely. HTML we are going to teach completely, but CSS and JavaScript 2 hours are not enough to teach. And in fact, React.js we're not even touching. So then from where you have to learn? You have to learn from here only, from our site only. You have to learn. Why? Because we every month, see, this is if you're not yet registered, you can do it. If I go here, the website, see, live streaming classes to make you a highly paid web developer. That is what we make. And the people who develop sites like this, YouTube is also a web app. You are not seeing, I'm not installed anything for YouTube. Anything you can see like that, it's a web app. Okay, so that is there. So what we do every month, we actually have this CSS, JavaScript, and React going in loop. Every month we have this. We just completed this thing like CSS Advanced to Beginners, and that's a 4-hour class, not 1 hour, 2 hours. It's a 4-hour class, and we teach everything like Flexbox and Grid, everything which is required right now in startups. And we might also come soon with some Bootstrap also. Okay, so that is something, and Bootstrap will be different. And that is the CSS we do 4-day class. Then JavaScript we do 4-day class. In fact, sometimes we do JavaScript Advanced also. React.js we will do every month. So every month we do these things, and these things are generally not on a weekday weekends. It's on a weekdays, mostly at 4 p.m. or at 8:30 p.m. These two times we prefer to do these things. So that is there. Besides this, also we do a lot of projects also. Yeah, because theoretical concept is not enough. Like we are going to teach you HTML. Okay, we are going to teach you CSS. Okay, we are going to teach you JavaScript, React.js. But those are theoretical things. You have to show people projects. When you show people projects, then only they will take you on a job. Okay, so that is there. And so coming back to this three secrets, and one more thing. Okay, so with 3 6 I'm going to tell one more thing. Okay, so that is there. So a lot of people are here, they're from non-IT background. Okay, so that is there. And but how will they get a job in the IT if they're from a non-IT background? If they do, they have to learn only these four things and they will get a job. They will get a job. But one thing is that they are not going to get a job in like top 10 companies of India. Only India, I'm talking about India, not the world. Top 10 company of India, they will not get a job, and that is for sure. And those companies are like Infosys, TCS, and all those things. They are not going to get a job in that. Okay, because they have very strict criteria. Like they want engineer, they have to be passed out for past 2 years. So you're not going to get a job in that. But that is a blessing. That is a blessing, because you can get a job in almost all the big companies on the planet. Like you can get a job on Google, you can get a job on LinkedIn, because all the American companies, they don't have any criteria like you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. No, you can be a 10th pass also, you can be a 5th pass also. It doesn't matter. You should have skills. The only things which matter is skills. Only skills matter. They want only developer, and they want a lot of developers. Okay, so that is there. But how can anyone become a developer if you're from a non-IT background? How can everyone become a developer? In fact, most of the students which I teach on my paid, we have paid batch also, and one paid batch is going to start on Monday. Most of the students whom we teach are like mechanical engineers, are like electronics engineer. Some people have 10 years gap, some people have 20 years gap. Yeah, 20 years gap, you're hearing it right. 20 years gap. They're not from IT background. In fact, one of my teacher, he's like very good in CSS, and he's a full-time teacher at TWD. He has got a 20 years gap. It means 20 years he is working in another field. 20 years gap means not in the IT field, but in some other field. But he is still a developer, and he's still a teacher. Teachers are 10 times 10 times tougher to become a teacher than developers. So each developer can code. I can also code. I was coding for 16 years. But to teach that thing, it is not that easy. To come live on YouTube, show your face on YouTube, it is not that easy. So to do all these things is not that much easy. So one of my teacher is like that. He's got a 20 years gap. What else can you say? My student, like right now, one of my student, he's from Hyderabad, and he's coming on a physical batch here, and he's having like 8 years of gap. 8 years of gap. 8 years he's having a electronics. He was an electronics engineer. So mechanical engineers are also there. A lot of mechanical engineers are there who have been. So let me show something. Okay, so some of the, so these are only, so you can see the some of our what do you say, you can see. Okay, some of the testimonials are also here. So where is the testimonials? Yeah, so testimonials are also there. Okay, you can see that thing. But besides the testimonial, a lot of people have become developers by just watching our YouTube channel. So we teach everything on my YouTube channel. So one of my paid student was asking like, sir, if you teach everything on the YouTube channel, why should I take the paid class? So I was telling him that in the paid class, okay, paid, we teach everything like that. Okay, but if you come in the paid class, you get mentorship also, you get job guarantee also. Those are the things which are there. But if you want to become from here, you can become from here. So like there is a case there. Like this person was a mechanical engineer, and he got a package just by watching our YouTube channel and just going through that, and he got a job in a startup. Okay, so you might be thinking the job is very little, the payment is very less. No, software jobs are like that only. Initially you'll get paid less. After 1 year you'll get a 10 lakh package. Okay, so that is like the software jobs goes like that. No other jobs in the planet goes like this. Okay, and the limit is, there is no limit in that. Okay, so that is there. And let us do one more thing, and then we are going to start with HTML. Okay, so the thing is that if you're from a non-IT background, or even if you're from an IT background, what should you do? Because half of people don't know what they need to do. So there are 3 secrets to become a web app developer. Okay, so one is that you should know networking. You should know, if you know networking, you don't need anyone, you will get a job on yourself. So what is networking? I'm going to tell. Okay, so networking, you need to go on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook group. So the most important them is LinkedIn for you, because LinkedIn is very big in India. See, my whole career is because of LinkedIn. Okay, so LinkedIn is there, and LinkedIn, I am big, but you have to post some of the projects which you'll do. You have to post the projects on LinkedIn. Okay, so that is there. I'm going to show how to post the projects. Then you have to grow your network. Suppose I am in some city in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so where is the IT high here? IT high is here in Indore and Bhopal. So I will target people in Indore and Bhopal. I will add 50-50 connection every week from Indore and Bhopal. And then there's some daily action you have to take, like code 2 hours daily. You have to do it. So that is mandatory. If you're not from an IT background, you have to mandatory. And challenges. There are some very good challenges like 100 days of code and 100 days of project. I'll show one thing. Okay, so let me go to notifications and see. Now I will show one thing. Okay, so this guy Vinay Kishore, he is not my student, not my paid student, nothing. Okay, he actually came to something like this only, and he got highly motivated. So most people don't do anything after coming to this. What he did, he started this thing, this 100 days of code challenge. 100 days of code, this is one of the toughest coding challenge on the planet. This is one of the toughest coding challenge on the planet. Why it is one of the toughest coding challenge on the planet? Because you have to code for 100 days continuous, and you have to do something good, and you have to post it on there is a hashtag is there. You have to post it on this hashtag. Why 100 days of code is very tough? Because nobody can code for 100 days of code. Nobody can code like continuous for 100 days. I had did this. So why? Because in India something will happen, somebody's marriage will come, and you'll go to that marriage, you'll miss that one day, and then you have to start from again zero. Suppose I had done for 99 days, I missed one day, I have to start from zero again. So that's why it is one of the toughest challenge. Hope he will do it. He had done already 5 days, and see, he's making some awesome things. And when he's making some awesome thing, what is happening? I am doing this, I'm tagging him. So those who know Instagram and all, if I tag someone, it goes to my network of 23,000 people. And if he completes this thing, I will give him a job. 100 days of code. Okay, I will give it, not an intention, I will give him a job. He will not even require a job. He will just get a job if we do this thing, 100 days of code. So that is what you have to do. That is how you have to create this thing. Okay, I have created this, all this thing. Okay, then there is my one of my student, Bhargava. Like, this is my student. And see, you might be thinking, okay, Bhargava Devarakonda. Why it is written like he's in Bhopal? Means he seems to be from Andhra. Why it is written like this? It is written like, okay, he's mechanical. I was thinking he's the electronics engineer. Okay, so it is written like this because this guy was highly dedicated. Like, he saw me on my, like, this YouTube live, and he told me one thing, like, sir, I want to learn from you, like, in a physical batch. And he comes to my physical batch. He, like, lives near my house. He lives in a hostel near my house and doing this thing, doing this course, doing my, I sometimes take physical batches also in Bhopal. So he's doing that, and he's doing great. Actually, he's posting all this, creating like this amazing things, and all these things he's doing, and all these things. You see, I teach him on a physical batch. I don't teach much people on physical because I'm very busy, but maybe so he's coming to my home and he's like learning. Okay, so that is there. And like this I'll do. Okay, and he's posting these videos. So posting these videos of what you do, it is much more better. Okay, so like this, you can do this thing, and he's tagging me. Okay, so I'll put again here, great work again at the, okay, what is happening? Great work again, B. Okay, yeah, so I'll post it, and it will reach to my 23,000 connections. So that is all about it. Okay, so that's great. And now let's get started. Let's get started with HTML. I'm going to give this out HTML. Okay, let's get started with HTML. So what is HTML? HTML is hypertext markup language. That is the first thing which you have to learn if you want to begin your web development journey. That is the first thing which you have to learn. Okay, So that is there. Now in HTML, you need to means you're just I'm talking from absolute beginners, so you're absolute beginners, you don't know anything, so you have to download some tool. Okay, so nowadays nobody works on Notepad plus plus. So in Windows, Notepad plus plus is a very popular thing in which people used to code earlier, but nowadays nobody works on that. So in what people works, so there is a tool known as VS Code, which is a free tool from Microsoft. Free tool from Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft also gives like nowadays a lot of free tools. Okay, earlier it used to not give. So this is known as a VS Code. VS Code. Okay, it's a editor. When you do development, you do it in some editor. Okay, so editor is there. So this is there, and it is showing me for download Mac Universal. If you're on a Windows, it will show you download Windows something. Okay, and the other thing is that. If you have some difficulties in that, we have a good video also on our channel. If you want, I can give that video also. Okay, so that is there. You have to download this thing. So after downloading, then what will happen? After downloading, what will happen? I'm not going to go through the download because it is already downloaded for me. If you want to see how to download it, I can give a video. Means there is a video how to do this, because I have a Windows PC also. So in the Windows PC, I install it. That's the new Windows PC. I installed VS Code because I know most of you might be having a Windows PC. And one thing, PCs are required for to become a web developer. Some people will say that I'll code it on mobile, but it will be very difficult. I've seen those videos on LinkedIn and all those things. Some people code it on mobile. Okay, you can try. I think VS Code is, you can install it on mobile also, but it will be very difficult to code it on a mobile, because how big mobile you will have? You have a 6-inch mobile and all. So it will be very difficult. A lot of things you will not get. But web development doesn't require a lot of things. It requires only VS Code. It doesn't require much any other thing. It doesn't require some very sophisticated software. It doesn't require. VS Code is a very lightweight code editor. Some of my students have i3 fourth generation with 4 GB of RAM. It runs completely fine. So that's a very very low configuration which I'm telling. Okay, so that is there. Now when it get installed, it will get installed like this. Okay, so VS Code will get installed like this. Now what you need to do, now if it get installed like this, now let me, you need to create a folder. So I didn't create a folder. Okay, so folder, I have to go and the workshop, let me take some new folder name, which is like, create a new folder. So this is like in Windows also you do it like this. Okay, 8 October workshop. Where is the 8 October workshop? Okay, so this is there. I click it, and then I'm going to create a new folder which is HTML Basics, because after me the CSS class will also be taken, and CSS class will be taken by Awesome. Okay, so this is the HTML Basics, and what I have to do, so this folder is there and my VS Code is opened here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click here and I'm going to drag it with my mouse and leave it there. So this is the easiest way to open a folder in VS Code. Why we are creating a folder? Because inside the folder only we are going to create some file. Okay, so that is like that, and this is something which a lot of people don't understand and all. Okay, so that is okay. And now what I am going to do, I'm going to come here and create a index.html file, and as I've told, this will be given at around after HTML is done. Okay, this first attendance will be given after that. Okay, so index.html I have done. Then what will happen? Why I have written index.html? Because everything on the computer have a dot attached to it. Like JPG file have got JPG, Excel file have got XLS, and all those in doc files or doc. So like in programming also, every file have some extension. Like HTML file have dot HTML extension. Index is a name. You can give any name, but generally the root element is given as index only. Like what is a root element? So if in this thing, this site, I will go to this like learn, maybe. Okay, learn. Okay, yeah, learn is opening, good. Okay, so see this slash learn is opening. So these are known as routes. This is something which teach in JavaScript and React, how the routes are done, especially in React we teach. So these are known as routes in a website. Okay, you go to any website, if you see here, you will see these things. Okay, so that is there, that is the routes. Okay, so generally the main home, when you go to the home is index.html, rest of them are, this might be learn.html, something like that. Okay, so index.html I created. Now also I will close this thing because I want some more state here. So I'll close this thing like this. You can close it, you can click it, you can close it like this. Okay, so now why I'm using VS Code? Because VS Code has got a lot of shortcuts. It has got a lot of shortcuts. So one of the shortcut is like, if I give a not, give a not, and then if I press the tab, not and tab, not and tab, I'll do. Okay, so it will give me the boilerplate code. So what is the boilerplate code? A boilerplate code is like for any language, like any language out there, the code after which we write the main code. So this is required for HTML. And why this is required and what does all of these things mean, I will tell right now. So okay, what is all of these things? So first thing is the doc type HTML. Doc type HTML. So this, okay, all HTML thing. HTML is not actually a programming language. It is like a syntax thing, cementing language. Okay, so that is there. So what happened with this doc type HTML? See, everything in HTML is like this, greater than and lesser than inside this. So doc type HTML means this is a HTML version 5. HTML version 5 means what? So HTML was invented in 1993 when the internet just came out. It was invented at that time, and from that time there is a firm known as W3C which governs the HTML, and it, of course, it sits in the US. So W3C that governs the HTML. So they releases different versions. So by version, what they mean, they releases different tags in HTML or add something. Sometimes they delete also something. So they governs the HTML. So the last version for HTML came in 2015. 2015, the last version came, and before that, HTML version 4 was there. Okay, so like this 1, 2, 3, 4, like this it was there. So this specify it is the HTML version 5. Nowhere 5 is written. Earlier they used to write 4, but I don't know, they have removed those things. Only you give this thing, it will be HTML version 5. Then whole of HTML has been covered by this HTML tag. See, most of the things in HTML have a starting and the ending. So this is starting and it is ending with the backslash. It is ending with the backslash is there. So HTML lang equal to English means language is English, language can be French, like FR and all those things are there. So HTML is the main thing. As now HTML have two things. Like whatever is there in the inside the HTML, it is known as its children. It's known as its children, and the children is like one sec. Okay, so okay, so HTML has got a head and a body. So there are two children. Okay, head and a body are the two children. So head, inside the head, what happens? Inside the head, a lot of things related to the website is there. So this all website is created in HTML. Is this all websites or web app or anything like that? They're created in three languages like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So HTML form the structure of the website. Like whatever is written here, it will be done with HTML. CSS will give the styling, and JavaScript will give the option to when you click something, some functionalities and all those things. Actually, JavaScript is very important. Some functionality like this. So this is actually a hamburger menu which comes in a mobile views most of the time. So when I click on it, how do you know that I clicked on it? So those things comes from JavaScript. Okay, so that is it. So this head part contains some metadata about the website. So what is this metadata? So, and you're also seeing this something like meta is there. Meta is not related to Facebook. Meta is like the metadata. So that is like that. Okay. So what is this meta? Meta is something which is used by Google. Okay, used by Google. Why used by Google? Because that is how Google works. See, if I create a website today, I'm not that popular. If I create a website today, how do someone will know that that website is there? Okay. Suppose I want to. Okay, let us take that example. I think I saw some example like Baroda cricketing good. Some example of Dhoni was coming like Baroda cricketing good. GoDaddy only it was coming. Okay, so that is the why it was coming like that. Okay, so suppose I open a cricketing shop, sporting shop, and then as Dhoni told me that okay, so you should have a website. Okay, so I will prepare a website and Baroda cricketing good, and my sporting good is in Baroda. Baroda is in Gujarat. Okay, so I created the website. But Dhoni only tell that much. But how do someone knows that okay, I have a Baroda cricketing good like that? Nobody will know that thing. I have the although Dhoni told that nobody will know. How do people know? People will know by the meta tag. So what is the meta tag? Meta tag contains the information about the website, so that the Google can know about it. How does Google work actually? Google has got this sophisticated bots known as Google bots. They scans the whole of the internet 2-3 times a day, and internet is very huge. So whenever new website is also created, so it will come there and it will check the meta tag, and meta tag generally have something known as keywords, and those keywords contain something related to the website. It should contain. If you don't put it, it will be very bad for SEO, search engine optimization. Okay, so like I opened this Baroda cricketing good site, and I will write my keywords will be best cricket bat in Baroda, comma, best cricket ball in Baroda, comma, best cricket pad in Baroda, best football in Baroda. So like this, comma, 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 I will give, and I'll put it. So now someone will come to Google and search best cricket bat in Baroda cricket bat, and it will show my site. So that is known as SEO. Although this is not a web development thing, this SEO part is comes under something known as digital marketing, which is the second best job on the planet right now. Second best job after web development. So web development will give you the most number of job. After that, the digital marketing is there, because that is required in almost all startup out there. Digital marketing job, and I know this much only about digital marketing, not more than that. Okay, so those things are done by them. So SEO, this is known as SEO, search engine optimization, and they know more about that thing. So they deals with the head part, developers deals with the body part. Okay, so a bit of head part also we deal with. So this title is that I'm soon going to show how the title will come. So let me make this title as HTML basics. Okay, HTML basics I'll do. Okay, so that is there. Now I will do a body like h1. So I will soon going to tell what is the h1, and body is the main thing in which we're going to learn, and HTML is all about learning about different tags. H1 is there. So like I'll do HTML crash course, I'll do, and then I'll do a paragraph tag. Paragraph tag is like this. This is how it is done. And what I'm going to do, I will going to copy this thing. So I'm going to, okay, why to like instead of HTML based crash course, I'll do this thing. I'll learn to code with Visual Studio Code. Okay, so I'll save it. I'll save it. Now, it is going too much. I'll write a shortcut VS Code. Okay, save it. Now, where to see it? Where to see this? I've just written this thing. Where to see it? So for that, I have to go back here in the HTML basics. Index of HTML will be created. Okay, so that is there. If I double click on it, it will open in my default browser. It will open in my default browser because it's a HTML file. But if I right click and open with, I'll do, and I don't want to open in my default browser, which is, it is also showing it as Safari, which is a really bad browser in Apple and Mac. So I will open it with Google Chrome. Okay, so like this I'll do, and it will show like this. See, H1 is like this big text, and paragraph is like this paragraph. So this is what it is all about, H1 and P. It will be shown like this. But before starting with the text, HTML is all about learning about text. And whatever we teach here in HTML, you don't have to go outside those things. You don't have to go outside those things. Okay, so those things are there. So H1 and P I have done. And now what we are going to do here, I'm going to, before moving forward, I'm going to tell one more thing, because we are not going to use it like this. Suppose I have another P I have, and okay, I just I will not require this thing. Suppose I want some more text, but I want some dummy text. So every time I cannot go to the internet and copy something, you'll even get into some copyright issues. Okay, so I want some dummy text. So how to do the dummy text? So dummy text, you generally do it through something known as a lorem ipsum. What is this lorem ipsum? Lorem ipsum is actually a very old kind of text. It's like 200 years old. So instead of coming here, I want some dummy text. Instead of doing like this, like this, it is like, it will not even be look like a real text. Okay, so lorem ipsum is something which is actually not a real text, but it looks like a real text. If you like, just we see it like this. Okay, so you will see, we'll think, okay, it's a real text, but it is not a real text. But those words doesn't have any meaning. But those words are laid in such a way, scientific way, that it will seems like this. Actually, it was invented 200 years back when the printing press was there. So printing press, when newspaper just came out. So what used to happen in the newspaper, they didn't used to have the news at the first time, but they want to see that how it is looking on the paper. So that lorem ipsum was invented at that time, so it is like 200 years old. Okay, so that is there. And but there are a lot of lorem ipsum generated on internet, but again VS Code comes to a rescue. It is a build lorem ipsum generator. So how it is there? So I'll write lorem and I'll do the tab, lorem and tab. So it will give me this thing. I'll save it now. Okay, I'll save this now. But it is not reflecting here. Why it is not reflecting here? Because whenever you do something here in this, so this is what the developer sees, this is what the end user is seeing. Like if you put this on GoDaddy, someone can see this thing. Okay, so that is there, but I'm not seeing this other paragraph tag. How I'm going to see it? So I'm going to refresh it. I need to refresh the browser. This is how you refresh the browser. I refresh the browser, not showing. So it means that every time if I do something, I have to refresh the browser. So that is not a good thing. That is not a good thing. Okay, so now what we'll do to solve this issue? So we'll come here and then we'll go to this extensions. There is something known as extensions. We'll go to these extensions, and this is why VS Code is so popular. It has got this nice extensions which are free to use like VS Code. There's like a small program written by some people, and then I have to search for live. Live, I will search, and most probably the first one will become as the live server by a person known as Ritvik. It is very very popular. It has got like 26, okay, 2 crore download. Okay, so that is like that. It has got a lot of downloads. Okay, and what's the benefit of it? If you are coming in here for the first time, you'll get an install button, and it will not take you too much. It will like a hot installation, like install it, it get installed, nothing else you need to do. In 1 second it will get installed. Okay, so that is there. And now when it get installed, I have to come back to my index.html file, and I have to do a right click here, and I'll get a new option like open with live server, or I can go live from here also. There's a go live button here also. I'll open it from here, open with live server, and now it will by default open in my Safari, which I don't like. So I'll copy this thing. So there will be something will be there. Maybe if you're working on a Windows, most I know in Windows most people have Chrome by default, like the default browser. Nobody uses that. So it will open in some like weird kind of looking things. Don't worry about these things. It will, when it open in this weird kind of link, it actually keeps on monitoring our website completely. So what will happen? See, if I delete this thing, this paragraph, I will delete it. Now I will save this thing. Watch closely. If I save this thing, there is an auto reload happen. I didn't touch anything. There is auto reload happen, and it got changed. But if I go back here, it is still there. So I have to go and manually refresh it, which is not a good thing. So I will close it, and we are going to use it like this only. So now, as I told, HTML is all about learning about different tags. So the first tag which we are going to learn is the heading tag. So this heading tag is there. So we are going to learn about the heading tag. So heading tag is not alone, like h1 is only not there. So there are some other tags, h2, h3, h4, h5, h6. So these 6 tags are there: h1, h2, h3, h4, and h5, and h6 are there. So save it. So now see what is happening. H1 is like very big, h2 is like very little small, h6 is like very small. So this is something which you see in almost every website out there. Like you go to any website, you'll see a heading, subheading, and all those things you're going to see. So these are known as the headings. These are known as headings. Okay, so now that is there. Okay, I was thinking, okay, let me okay, so these are known as headings. And I'm going to tell one more thing. These are known as block level element also. And let me have another p, and let me have a lorem here again, and if I save it, see, there is one thing out there here. The headings tags and the paragraph tag, they're all coming in different lines. So this heading tag like h1, h2, h3, h5, h5, and h6 are there. They could have all of them, they could have come in the same line, but they're all coming in the different lines. And there is also some gap between them. This paragraph tag, this second paragraph tag could have started from here, but it is starting from the next line. It's starting from the next line and have a gap, because this kind of things are known as block level element. These are known as block level element. Okay, so there is some of the tags in HTML are block level elements. Some of the tags in our HTML are inline elements. So, but most of the tags are block level elements, and some of them are inline elements. So we're going to see some inline element also. So the next, before even going forward, I'm going to tell one more thing here. Like this, there is something known as commenting in program. Not only in HTML, but in almost every program there is something known as commenting. So now I'll do like right here heading tag, and then I will select all of this thing. Heading, maybe tags is the correct thing because there are a lot of tags. Heading tags, then I will select all of these things. Okay, and then I'll do control, selected all of these things, control and backslash, and it will show something like this. If I save it, now see what is coming. It is not showing here. Even if I refresh it is not showing here, because these comments are for the developer or the coder who is coding this thing. See, generally what happens, since I was an architect, I was leading team of 10 front-end developers. So most of the time what happens, people work in the same file they work. So some people will work in some part of the file, some people will come work in that, or sometimes people come back to that file to check. So this comment are like, they will tell what this part of code is doing. In this also I'm telling, okay, these all are heading tags. So like this comments can be done, and it is for helping the developer or the other developers seeing the code. So this heading tag I've written, and then I will mention here also paragraph tag. Mention the paragraph tag, and again I'll comment it and it will not be shown. So that is there. Now the next tag which we are going to do is the link tag, or it is also known as anchor tag. Link tag I'll do, and then here I'll do a, and see I'm pressing this tab, it is coming. So again this is the VS Code functionality A, and I'll do the tab and it is coming. It is showing something known as href, and this is also known as attribute. If in any tag we give something, that is known as an attribute. So href have given. Okay, so that is there, and here I will write any website I would like. Okay, maybe I'll write my blogging website. I'll put it here, and then I'll write learn web development. I will save it, and the moment I save it, it is showing here learn web development. It is showing something like a purple. Actually it shows in a blue color if you're doing it for the first time, but I have visited this website a lot of time. Okay, so it is showing like that. Okay, so that is there, and whatever website I have written here, where will it be there. So if you have been to Facebook or some other thing for the past 10 years, you might have noticed a lot of links there. So what will happen, if I click here, it will go to that link. Learn web development is coming here. Actually, whatever I've given, it is showing like it will. If I come here, see my pointer will also change to a hand. That is also one of the property. It will change to a hand. Then I click on it. Then what will happen? It will open it in the same window, same tab. These are known as tabs. Same tab it will open, which is not a good thing. Same tab it is opening. Okay. So now, why it is not a good thing? This is not a good thing because if you have off late, if you have gone to any website like maybe LinkedIn or some other places, if you go and if there is comment out there, there is some comment is there, and if you click on that comment, so what happens generally, it opens a new tab. Why? Because it is good. Because why these so sophisticated websites are like for free? Like Facebook is not the easiest thing to make on the planet. It is like the top brain of the world are working on Facebook. Okay, and Google is not the easiest thing to make. So how they're free, like Facebook, LinkedIn, all this thing in which so many developers work, they're free because they shows you ad, and they can show you more ad if you are on their website for more time. If you go away from their website, go to some other website, how can they show the ad? Even those 1 second counts a lot. So they don't want you to go away from their website. If you open a link and it opens a new tab, that other tab will open in your browser. Generally people have 15, 16, 20, 30 tags. I've seen like that. Even I have like at least 15 tags or tabs open. Nobody closes them. So what will happen, like you will sometime go back, and remember, okay, I was watching this YouTube video, okay, and then you go back and see this YouTube video again, and then they will again earn the money. So that is like that. But if the website, like in my YouTube there is a LinkedIn link, and if that open in that same thing, you're never going go back to that YouTube video again. So that is how this works. Okay, so now this is something which the developers can do very easily from the anchor tag. How can they do it? So I will show. So again, I'll do an anchor tag like this, and what thing I will show. Like I'll take my LinkedIn only. I'll take my LinkedIn and paste it here, and what I'll do, Align I'll do. I will save it, and then okay. So here, if I do like this, it will again. Okay, so it will show like this only. But what I have to do here, target equal to underscore blank, target equal to underscore blank. I will save it. Now what will happen? If I go here and click here, see, it is not opening here. It is taking me to the whatever the site I've given. I've given my website only, so it is taking me there. So this is something which is happening. But if I click again here, this will open here only, which is a bad thing. So target equal to underscore blank. This is something like a boilerplate code which you have to give. Target equal to underscore blank. You have to give no other choices there. Target underscore blank is there, and so this is how it works. Okay, so that is there, and the other thing which you might have noticed here is that see, this both of the anchor tags are coming in the same line. If I have something like 1, 2 more anchor tags, I'm just copy pasting it, save it. So it will still come in the same line. Everything is coming in the same line, inline. So they're known as inline tags. Even if I have some more, it will come in the same line until the line is over. So that's why they are known as inline elements, and these are known as block level element. Even if there was space, it was not showing it here. So that's why they were known as block level elements. Okay, let me do it like this. Okay. So this is like that is there. So now the next tags which we are going to learn are known as the list tags. Okay, lists, 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 tags, list tags. Okay, before that thing, let me give the attendance. Okay, how did someone get the attendance? Oh, someone did the attendance. That's good. Copy, go back, and attendance 1. Okay, so I've given the attendance 1. Please do fill the attendance. It is very important. Without the filling the attendance, you will not get the certificate, and you have to fill 2 attendance. Second attendance will be given towards the end. So this is the attendance. Please fill it. And as I've told, mandatory requirement, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram. Those are mandatory requirements because you have to feel about that also. On this email, we'll send your certificates towards Sunday night, because it takes us some time to generate the around 10 p.m. on Sunday. We are going to send, because tomorrow is Sunday. So tomorrow we're going to send the name you should give. With that name only the certificate will come. So don't give a wrong name. And YouTube username by which you have subscribed to our channel. As I've told, it is a mandatory. Instagram ID by which subscribe to our Instagram. Some people are telling that they don't have Instagram ID. Also, then put you don't, means everybody have Instagram. How can someone don't have Instagram? You can log into Instagram with your Facebook. Okay, log into Instagram with your Facebook. Then your current role and then LinkedIn profile. So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, I know people might not have a LinkedIn profile, but everybody, most of you are coming here from the Instagram and Facebook only. So you will be having an Instagram ID, that is for sure. But most of you might not be having LinkedIn profile, because only software developer knows what's the benefit of a LinkedIn profile. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, but you don't have a LinkedIn profile. But as I've told earlier, I'm going to tag you on Monday, those who have a LinkedIn profile, and those who get the certificate from us, I'm going to tag them, and they're going to reach to my 23,000 subscribers. As I told earlier, I have a lot. But some people are also sending me some requests. That is very good. Okay, that is very good. So people are sending me request. Okay, no problem. Okay, so it is becoming small. So I will accept it. I accept everyone till I have the connections, because I am already at 23,000. Soon this will get over. So that is there. And then let us go forward. The list tags. Okay, so list tag is there, and in the list tag I will come and do a ul means unordered list. And here list tag, there are two types of list tag. Okay, and please fill the attendance form. It's still there. Ul is there, and in this ul means unordered list. I'll have a list item. I means list item, and then I'll have a item 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, item 5. Save it. Item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 have been run. Then see how it has been shown here. List tags. Li means list item. Li means list item. This is dot 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 dot. It will be shown. Dot 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 dot. It will be shown. This is how it has been shown. Like dot 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 dot. Then let me do one more thing here. I have to go to the LinkedIn also, because I tell everyone to watch it from the link YouTube, but then also some people watch it from the LinkedIn. It's okay, let them watch. So I have to give the attendance there also. So you see only three people have filled the attendance. Please do fill it quickly, because it will only be there on the live chat. Okay, so let me give some people on here also, but some people are watching here. So comment. Okay, ATTENDNC attendance 1. Please fill the attendance. Okay, so LinkedIn also I have put it. Okay, why it is showing like this? Okay, I've given the attendance on LinkedIn also. So please fill it, and if possible, so watch it from YouTube. Okay, so that is there. And so list item means like this. Okay, then the next thing is the OL. OL means ordered list. Ordered list means something is ordered. This is known as ordered list. Unordered list. See, in HTML, everything has got a meaning. A means anchor tag. UL means unordered list. OL means ordered list. H1 means heading tag. P means paragraph tag. Okay, most of the things have a meaning. Okay, OL means ordered list. So, and again, I will have this this thing. Okay, so let me copy this thing and put this thing here and save it. See, this ordered list is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I have one more, so you might have guessed it, it will be 6. It will be 6. So it is like this. But if I have the same thing here, it will be one more dot. It will be like one more dot. So like this, it will be there. So this is known as a list and all. So now the next thing which you're going to learn is the table tags. So table tags are you might see it's a lot, and you don't have to mug this up. So please don't mug anything up. If you want to mug something, you can mug these things up, like H1 is there or P is there, anchor tag, but please don't mug it. These are very easy thing. Although the table tag is a bit there are a lot of tags there, and you don't have to mug this up, because the thing is that table tag we hardly use, but then also you should know it, because we sometimes we use it. So we are going to learn because this is the only way to create table in HTML. So or else it will be very difficult. Table tags, I'll do the table tags, and again I will comment it out. And then table gonna have a lot of tags actually. Okay, so I will have a table. Then inside this table I'll have something known as t head. Means t head is means table head. T body is table body. Like this t head is there, and inside this t head I will have a tr means table row. Because everything will have a row. Table head means the table head you see, it will have the row, like table row. And in this table row I will have table header. Table header is different. So table header will be having a name, table header will having the age, and table header will have the email. Save it. So see, it is showing like this bold thing. I have not given the bold, it is happening, but in the table body you can give the, again I'll have a table row and give the data. Every table have a data table row again. Okay, so but the table data are given by td, table data, not th. Th means table header. So here I'll give value table data, table data at gmail.com is there, and then this again, I mean any number of rows you can have. Awesome. And Hari is Mausam is a CSS expert and Hari is a JavaScript expert. So both of them are going to take, and I teach everything. Okay, so that is like this. 24. gmail.com. Save it, so it will come like this. Although the table is there, but this is not looking very good because everything is like that with HTML. You get only the structure. You get only the structure. You don't get those nice looking sites there. Okay, so actually HTML came out even 1 or 2 years before the CSS. So those early sites were very ugly. In fact, our favorite site google.com, you might see that this UI is so simple. Why this UI is simple? This is the same UI which was there in 1993. Google was one of the first site on the internet, and their UI have not changed. So at that time there was not much fancy CSS and all these things. So that's why they had done everything with HTML. That's why Google site is so simple. And then we know the Google is the biggest site on the planet. They never change this thing. There is hardly any CSS is there, but some CSS is there, but this can be made with HTML also. No CSS is required. Okay, so that is there. Hello. So that is there. Now this is how the table tag is there. Okay, so now we'll go forward and we are going to see the most important tags in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, every other language out there, Angular, everything is there. That is known as a form tag. Why form tags are important? Form tags are important because form tags are the tags which makes a website a web app. So what is the difference between facebook.com and your site in which you don't have anything, like maybe a kirana shop site in which I it's not an e-commerce site. I'm telling that okay, we sell this things. Okay, what is the difference between that? Facebook.com is a web app, that we know, but what is the another difference is that when you go to facebook.com first time in your life, when you're gone, you have to register there. You have to register there. You have to give a name, age, date of birth, and all those things. Those things you have given in a form, something like a form, like not form, yeah, like a form only, like college also. You go and you give your name and all those things, blah blah blah, you give in a form. So that form is there, name, email. You type something in those text boxes and then you click on the submit, and those data are taken and stored in the Facebook server in the US. Okay, those data are stored there. So means the data somehow Facebook needed to take the data from you. So those data in HTML they're taken through forms. Okay, and that is what differentiate Facebook, a web app like Facebook, with something else. So any website you go and you see that okay, some login functionality is there, it means it's a web app. Okay, it is not that much easy, it's a web app and all those things. And then in Facebook you go, you can post also something. Okay, so that is also a type of form. Is anything which you send back to Facebook, if you send back to LinkedIn, they are used inside a form. So the first we should know how to create a form. Okay, and form has got a lot of elements. Form is one of the biggest topic which we teach. It has got a lot of elements. So we'll come here and then we have come a bit down, so there is not much space. So even if you're going to form, I'm going to tell two more things here, two more tags, small tags. One is known as a hr is known as horizontal rule. And see, this kind of tags doesn't have an ending. So what is horizontal rule? Horizontal rule is a line. Horizontal rule, ruler, scale. Ruler means India we tell it scale, but in US we rule means ruler, like the scales are known as ruler, horizontal ruler. Okay, then there is something known as a br, means break row. What will happen? See, closely see here, I would save it. There will be some space here. So break row adds a space, so that is there. Now the next thing, actually I want my form inside this break row and horizontal row, because I was actually giving this thing because I have come a bit down, so it will go a lot down. Okay, so now inside this one I will create a form tags. There will be a lot of tags. Okay, form tags, I will save it. Now form happens to like the table form, there will be something will be containing the form. Okay, so that will be like the form tag. Okay, and form tag will be there. Then I'll have a label like this, label, and for is coming. So for is there. I'm a 15-year-old child. So please tell me about where is coding start. Coding starts here. Coding starts with HTML. Kunal, coding starts here from HTML. So you're at the right place. Coding starts from HTML. So you learn HTML, you'll be at the right place. Okay, and follow us, follow our channel, and you'll learn everything. Like the first part is HTML. You go back to this video. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. Okay, if you want to make cool sites like Facebook, LinkedIn, and we have those things also on our channel. Like we have like clones of those big sites are also there. Okay, so that is there. So label, I'm going to tell what is this label soon. So this label I will put a for is something which is, again, I'm going to tell name and name name and loop, and then there is a input type text, name equal to name and id equal to name. So similar to this, I'll have one more thing. Copy it, paste it. This will be age. Age type is number. Name is age. ID is age. So I will have all these things. I'll save it. I'll save it. No, I don't know PHP and I don't recommend PHP. PHP is a very old language. Please don't go after PHP. You will not get a job. As I told earlier, you will not get a job with PHP. You have to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. Please don't learn PHP. Okay, let me mention this thing. Okay, please don't learn PHP as it's a dinosaur language. Please don't learn PHP. It's a dinosaur language. You will not get anything. Okay, so that is there. So dinosaur language are the languages which were used in the dinosaur age, and dinosaur age has passed a long time ago. Okay, so that is like that. If you want to learn some dinosaur languages, please do learn it. You will not get anything. Okay, that is there. And so this label and input and age is there. So age have put. So what is this? See now what is happening. So name, label, and input is coming, and age. So whatever I written here, name is coming here, and this for this input, this box is coming, and age, again this name is coming, and this box is coming. Okay, so this is like that, it is coming. So the thing is that what is this label and what is the input? Input always come in pair with a label. Input and label always comes in a pair. Okay, so they always comes in a pair. Why it is like that? Because you have to always take this input also, always take this label also with the input. And how they are a pair? But how they are a pair? How okay, someone is, one sec, someone is spamming, oh, one sec. Someone is spamming on one of my channels. One sec. Okay, so that is there, and label and input are there. So as I was telling, this label and input are like a pair. Okay, so label is there, and the label is like how they appear. So the label, there is a for is there. For is there, and for is actually connected to the ID. For and IDs are connected. So the for and IDs should be same. So that is how they are a pair. For and IDs are connected. For with the ID. So that is how you know their pair. For is the age, ID is the age. Then what is this name is there? Okay, type text is something like that. If it is type text, I can write something like here. Okay, write something. Okay, and if it is a number, type is number, might have guessed, I can do something like this. And also I can increase it, also I can increase it like this, also I can increase it. Okay, so those two things are there. And but what is this name? Name equal to name, name equal to age. Actually, you could have given something else also here. So these two things are like what happens here. As I've given this Facebook example, anything which you write here, it will go to the backend. Like in the backend, how it will go, that is something we'll teach in JavaScript and React, not here. So to go to the backend, go to the Facebook server. But when it goes to the server, this whole HTML tag doesn't go. It will go like, okay, name equal to Nabendu, age equal to 40. I'm going to show how it goes to the backend. Okay, I'm going to show that thing. So it will go like that. So that is there. Now the next thing which we are going to do is like there is a okay. So even before going to the next part, what I'm going to do, everything is coming in the same line, which is not a good thing, actually. If you're going to Facebook and all, you might have seen that name Nabendu, then after that age something, so that are coming in the different lines. Okay, so how to do that? So to do that, what we're going to do, we're going to wrap it in a div. What is a div? Div is a block level element. Div is a block level element. So you will hear this thing, div and span is an inline element, div is a block level element. Okay, so that is like that. Now this div is there. Now this label and input, I will actually put it inside this div. And again, I'll do another div, and I will put this label and input inside this div. I will cut it, I will save it, and see, it will come into different lines because I want this to mean the same. Okay, and one more thing I forgot to tell, label input, everything is an inline element, so everything was coming in the one line. Label input, everything is an inline element, so that is there. But these are still too very close, and we're not learning CSS right now. So I want to have some space, and we know how to add a space. We can add a space with a BR tag, break row. We can add a space with that break row. The space will be added. Name and age is there. So that is it. Now let us learn some all the important inputs or something else like that in HTML. You will learn all the important things. You don't have to go outside this. So again, I am going to have a BR and a div. So now the next thing which is very important is label label. For I will write a message, and I'll write something known as the text area. So text area name will be message, id will be message, and calls and rows I will delete. I don't need. So text areas are like this big box which you have seen in Facebook, LinkedIn, and all this, where you do your post are done in the this text areas. Okay, so that is there. And one more thing is that the text area has got a starting and the ending. Input doesn't have. Input again is something like it is got only the starting. So text area have this starting and the ending. And in the text area, it is different from an input type text. How you can write something, this is a text, you can write like in a next line also. So you might have seen this thing in like a Facebook, you do the post and all those things. Okay, so that is there. Now the next thing which we are going to do is drop down. It's a drop down, again a very popular thing. So br I will do, and a div I will do, and then label I'll do, and color, color, select is there, color, and option is there, and value is red, 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 color, green, green color, blue, blue color. So this three things I'll do. So it's a drop down. Again, this is something which you have seen. This drop down you have seen. So come here, and these drop downs are there like this. Okay, red, green, blue, anything you can choose. Again here, the foreign ID should be same, and the name is something which will go to the backend. What is this value? You're going to soon going to see that value is also something which will go to the backend. Like color equal to red, color equal to green, color equal to blue. Whatever I select, only one value will go. Not a red color, not green color, not the blue color. So that is it. So now the next thing which we are going to learn is a checkbox and radio boxes. Again, some very important things there. It is like this. So I'll do a br and do a div like this, and then I will come here, do a label. So first thing which not a label. Okay, so we are going to look into checkboxes first. Okay, so here I'll do a h4. What do you own? I'll write, and then uh, input type is checkbox, name equal to vehicle 1, value equal to bike. And one more thing, we can have a label after the input also, so the text will be shown after that. Label will be there. It will be bike. Okay, if I have a for of a bike, then I should also have a id equal to bike. So that is how they are a pair. So this is there, and I will write a bike here, and then I will have a vehicle to a a a and car. So let's save it and see. Now a checkbox is coming, which is again a very popular thing. What do you want? Bike. I can select one, or I can select both of them. So this is known as a checkbox, and these two things are very common things which you can see in almost every site is there. So I will go to the amazon.com. See, this drop down is here. So these drop downs are there. So you can select anything like computer. Okay. So I'll do. So you can select anything. So now what you can do, I can do a laptop like this. Search it. So this laptop will come, and these checkboxes are something like this. If I select Lenovo, only Lenovo will be shown. If I select Lenovo and Dell will be shown. I can select all of them. So they are checkboxes. So everything there which you can create. Okay, so those things are there. So now the next thing which we are going to learn is the radio box. Okay, radio box. Okay, again I'll do a br. Radio box is something which I cannot show because radio box was shown when you have created your ID in Facebook. So radio box is very popular to take one thing which is a gender. Gender, you cannot have multiple genders. Okay, nobody can have multiple genders. You have to give one gender only. So that is something which is required. And so I will have a h4 of gender. Then come here and give a input type radio input type radio, name equal to gender, and id, let me have id also. Id equal to male, value equal to male, and label for will be male, and then this like this, and the gender it will be like female, 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 other, 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 other. I will save it. So see, it will come like this: gender, male, female, other. So all of you might have seen this thing, and you can select only one of them: male, female, The moment I select, it will change. So radio boxes are also known as radio box groups. So you can select only one of them. You might be seeing there is one difference between checkbox and radio box. The name here, the name was different, like vehicle 1 and vehicle 2, as if they are two different things. But here the name is always the same. Gender, because only one thing will be selected. So that is there. But there are some more things here. There are some more things in the HTML, like input types. There, we'll go here in the input types. Then okay, so this is a very good site like W3 School, but I don't recommend it because it has got too many things and people get stuck in HTML only for a long time when they learn it from here. Okay, so that is there. Everything we have completed here, but what happened in 2015, there are a lot more things were added in HTML. Okay, so that is it. And I'm going to show some important things here. So all of these things we have added and added. So this first thing which I want to show is this input type date. Again, it's a very important thing. Input type date. Copy it. Do a break row and a div like this, and I'll copy paste it. So what is this? Like again, type date is there. If you come here, I will get a nice calendar here. Actually, before 2015, the input type date was not there. It was very difficult to create a calendar. So if I click here, I can give it. And this is very popular in websites, web apps. You have seen like taking the date of birth. It is very popular. Like that is there. Even Facebook might have taken like this. Okay, so you can give the date of birth like this here. Now the next thing which is very important is input type file. Again, this is very important. I'll go here and do a break row and do a div here and do a like this. So input type file, why it is very important? Because in sites like Naukri.com and all, you all might have seen this thing. Upload your resume, choose file, and this will upload. And okay, so like this I can do upload your resume like this. So we have done everything in a form. We have done a lot of things in the form. Okay, so now how to submit a form? So to submit a form, we have a special type of button. Okay, this is a special kind of a button is there. Again, I'll have a BR and a div I will going to have, and there this is again input type submit. Input type submit is there, and value equal to anything I can write. Send I will write. I'll save it. So this send button will be there. Send will be created, and input type submit is very important because then only it can submit this form. So now we have done it. Now we are going to submit it. So how we are going to submit it? Let me write everything here, and then we're going to submit it. This is good. Green color, bike, cardboard. I'll choose mail. I'll give something. Choose file, PAN card, and then close the watches because we don't have time. I'm not going to show it again. When I'm going to click on the send, watch two things. One thing is this address bar. One thing is this. What will happen here? So if I click on this send, see, first thing is that something came here and it got refreshed also. So refreshed, and whatever I have written, it has gone away. It got refreshed, and whatever I written, it has gone away. So now what is this? Okay, so something came here. I'll cut it. Actually, I'll cut it, and I'll come back here, and maybe inside the form I'll paste it and see what it is. Name equal to Navendu. So this is the thing which goes to the server. Name equal to Navendu here, because I've written Nabendu here, and this name is this name. Then age gone here, message also taken from here, and the drop down, the ID of this name of color is taken, and name of color is green, not green color. Then vehicle 1 and vehicle 2 are taken. It is there. Then birthday, file. So all these things are there. Like this, it is there. So this is how, and gender only one is taken. Okay, so gender only one is taken. This is how it is done. So let me also comment this out. Let me also comment this out. Hi, Mad Gamers. So I'll comment this out so that it is not shown. So okay, we are coming to an end of your HTML. Soon start with CSS. Okay, but as I told, CSS is not complete. HTML we are teaching completely. CSS and JavaScript will just touch the surface, because we have 4 hour classes on CSS. In fact, we have 8 hour classes on JavaScript on our channel, which happens on the weekdays. Okay, so that is there. So now the next thing which you are going to do is the button tag. Okay, with the button tag we are going to do like input type submit is that there is a button tag is also there. uh, uh, okay. Okay, there was link provided in the WhatsApp group actually, and so one sec. So the link is always, you have to read the complete message. So the link is always there. Okay. So link, someone is telling that there is no link is there. So link is always there. You have to read the complete message. So we give the link on the WhatsApp groups also. Okay. So that is there in all WhatsApp groups. The links are provided. So that is there. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a button tags. Button tag I'm going to do. I'm going to comment it, and then I'm going to go here and do a button like this, and here I will just write a click me, save it. So click me I have written. So now if you come here, you see a button is there, click me, but button is like input type submit, but how it is different. So if I click here, see nothing is happening. Whenever we have an input type submit button inside a form, there is something special is there. Here I will click, see nothing is happening here also. But when I click here, the browser get refreshed and something gets submitted. So input type submit buttons are like a special kind of a button which is inside a form only, so that is there. So that is there. Now the next thing is that last thing which you're going to do is the image tag. Okay, image tag, images are again very important, but let me do some BR here, and then I'll do a image tag I'm going to do, and I will again do this like this, and image tags are like IMP, and there are two ways to give image. I'm going to show both the images, and you have to provide two things. One is the SRC, one is the alt. What is the SRC? SRC, the main way to give image, most of the people work like this only. They download an image and put it in your project, and then just show it. Okay, so I will come here, and generally you should create a folder here, and I'll create a images folder like here. But where should I download the image? I should always download from unsplash.com, because Google images are not royalty free, and on our YouTube channel we cannot show those images because it is not possible. Okay, so royalty free images, you can use any images. So which one I'll use? Maybe this one I'm going to use. This one I'm going to use. Okay, so this image I'm liking it, so this one I'm going to use. So I'm going to download free. Maybe I'm download a medium size. Okay, then it is downloaded. Show in Finder. So now I will just drag it and put it in the images. Maybe the name is actually very large, so I will name it only unsplash.jpg. So that is there. So now how to show this image here? So SRC, you will write the images and then unsplash.jpg, and alt is what? What is the alt? Alt, I'm going to soon say what is the alt. So alt, right now you understand whatever is this image about, you should give something like this. Tree. I'll write tree maybe. Save it. It is not mandatory to write it exactly what it is. So images. So I'll do this thing. And now if I come back, see this huge tree has been shown, but this image was quite huge, and it is like I have to scroll it to see it. And from HTML you cannot connect a lot of things here, but you can give two things more here, like width equal to, maybe I'll give 600, and height equal to maybe 400. Save it. So now this 600 by 400 image has been shown. So this is one way to give image. There is another way also to give image. Let me copy paste this only, and that is not like this, but this I'll also cut it. That is like, if I will take a different image here. maybe I will take this one. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click in it, and this thing is this is something which you can, everyone can do it on Google also, a lot of people do. I'm going to right click it and copy image address I'll do, and I'll come here source and I'll paste it, and then source I'll write laptop. I'll write laptop, I'll save it. Now see what will happen. This laptop image is also, this is the second way to give the image, but there is one more thing here. The last thing, last topic of HTML, which is like, what is this alt? What is this alt? Alt is not showing anywhere. Okay, what is this alt? Alt is not showing anywhere. So alt is something which will show if the image has been not loaded. Why the image is not loaded? So if you go to some website in which there are a lot of images are there, sometimes the image doesn't get loaded. At that time, a broken image will be shown and the alt tag will be shown. Suppose and sometimes the developer also make mistakes. Suppose I make a mistake and give this, like there is no image folder, like I give this, I save it. See this thing, whatever written in the alt like free, it is coming, and this broken images which almost all of you might have seen this thing. Okay, so this is there. So with this I come to an end of HTML, and in sec, and now Mosam will come and take the CSS. Okay, and as I told, Mosam is going to take the CSS. So I am passing it to Mosam, and he's going to take the CSS. Thank you. And after that, Hari will take the JavaScript. Okay, so thank you, and to Mosam.
So, hi all, a warm welcome to all of you on this special day that we will be having a bootcamp. And I hope HTML is clear to all of you, the basics part what we have covered. And I can say in this basics part we have covered almost all the thing. Almost a very small thing is left or not, I can't say, but what we have covered is very much essential and needed thing which is there in front of all of you. So let us see how many people are there. Only 16 people are there. And how many likes? Guys, the likes are very less. Please do like the content. Please do like the video, because that will help us. That will help the YouTube. That will help the needy people who are looking for such type of content in YouTube. Now, let me see how many of you have filled attendance sheet. So, guys, I hope you all have filled the attendance sheet. The link of the attendance is being shared in the live YouTube chat. Okay. So, in case those who have not filled it, please fill right here, right now, because we are not sharing this to this anywhere else, not in the WhatsApp group, nowhere else. So, you can fill right here, right now. And one more thing. So let me share the WhatsApp group link. In case you people are not on our WhatsApp group, so you can join the WhatsApp group also, because we are sharing everything on the WhatsApp and those people are available there. They have the updates of each and everything. And let me tell you one thing, guys, fill the attendance form, because there will be two attendance form. First we have shared, second one will be sharing by 6 p.m. or 5:30. I don't know the exact time, because it's a system driven process. System will automatically send the attendance sheet. We also came to know later on that the attendance sheet has been shared, then we will tell you. Fine. Now, those who filled both the attendance sheet will only get the participation certificate. I am telling you once again, those who fill both the attendance sheet will only get the participation certificate. So there are some basic information which we like you to fill it in the attendance form. You will fill it. Okay. So let us start now with the CSS part. and we have the image folder also. So let us, okay. So while the time those who have not filled attendance sheet, please fill it. Let me do the setup by now. So this is the file index.html and what minute. So this is a basic structure. Let me open it this with the live server. One minute. Okay, so CSS, let me open this with live server. I hope you all have an idea of what is live server. So this is the live server. Okay, so live server has a beauty that in case you change anything in your HTML code or your CSS, just kept it will get reflected in the web page. You don't need to go to your web page and refresh it every time. Fine, so this is the beauty of live server. Now let me tell you one thing very important, because we okay, that I will tell you in the later on. So let us see. So what is CSS? CSS is basically cascaded style sheet, which is used to style the web pages, which is used to decorate the web pages, which is used to make your web pages responsive, which is used to make your web pages attractive, which is used to make your web pages soothing. So this is how CSS is here. Now there are three ways in which you can add CSS. Now before going to the ways, let me tell you one thing. uh, HTML and CSS both are governed by W3 school, and it is come into action in 1995. Later on in 2015, a major upgradation has been happened in HTML and CSS. So HTML5 has been introduced and CSS3 has been added. And in CSS, Flexbox and Grid has been introduced in 2015. So now let's see in how many ways you can add CSS. So there are three ways in which you can add CSS. So let me tell you in with the help of some examples. So H1, H2, H3. So here, first one is inline, second one is internal, third one is external. So these are the three ways in which you can add CSS. Inline, as you all know, guys, try to link the words with your day-to-day activities, because it will help you to remember the things very easily. So inline means in the same line. So inline means in the same line means you can directly apply CSS to the HTML element directly. Fine. So let us see how it will work. So and in this style we use a background color, and background color we will be using as aqua. So immediately, instantly, directly to the HTML element, I have added the CSS. Now, second one is internal. Internal means internally we will be applying CSS, or we are adding CSS directly to the HTML file. Inline applies to the HTML element. Internal applies to the HTML file. So let us see how it will work. Hash will change the color white. So here if you see, internal means directly applied to the HTML file, and here we have applied the background color as somewhat of a black sort of color, and the font color we have applied as a white color. Now what is external? External, as the name says, externally, external means some external sort of thing we are looking about or talking about. So externally we have applied, or externally we have created CSS, and with the help of something we are linking the HTML and CSS. So this is how I want to say. So yes, external means externally we are creating a file style.css, and let us apply the CSS here. So in the S3, we'll use a background color in the form of RGB, and in this RGB let us put some values 255 100 times O. But this color something of orange type of color, but this is not getting because we have not linked the file. So we will use a link tag in order to get the changes implemented. So here if you see here, I have added colors with in the form of three different methods. So first one is aqua, second one is somewhat of a #4800F, and third one is in the form of a RGB format. So here when I have to add colors, why I have added colors in this format? Because I just want to tell you that there are three ways in which you can add colors. So first one is simply typing the name of the color, which I did is I typed the aqua color. Fine. Second one, second one, second one is with the hexadecimal format, which I used with hash. Third one is the RGB format, which I have used here, which has a value of 0 to 255. So now let us see something. HTML color picker. So as I have typed the theme of the color, there are around 140 color names which you can write down normally. So there are around 140 color names. So these are the name of the colors. And here you can have their hexadecimal value, their RGB value, their HSL value. Now what is this HSL? HSL is also a pattern in which you can add color, where H stands for hue. Hue contains the colors. Fine. S stands for saturation. Saturation means the sharpness, and L stands for lightness, means the whiteness or the brightness. Fine. Now you can refer the HTML color picker site managed by the W3 school and HTML color picker for the quick and ready reference of the color names and their HSL code, their RGB code, their hexadecimal code. So you can create your color also here, dragging the items like this. See, you can create any color using these three colors only. Fine. So now let's go back to our code. Now let me, okay, one very important thing, one very important interview question. Okay. So what is a CSS selector? So here h3 is a CSS selector. This entire thing is the declaration. This is the property. This is the value. Repeating once again, this is a CSS selector. This is the property. This is the value, and this is the declaration. Fine. Now moving on to the next topic. But before this, so let me reduce the font size. Okay. And here, okay, so let me have a paragraph tag and with a lorem content. So if you see here, and let us have some styling of the paragraph. We'll use the font size of 30px, and what else we can have? We have font weight to bold. We'll have letter spacing of 1.5 rem, and we have word spacing also of 0.5 em, and we have text decoration underline, and we have text transform to uppercase, all get capital. As these properties are self-explanatory, in case someone wants to know or someone wants an elaboration on something, please write on the comment box. And what else I can have? Fonts. So font family. So if you see here, when by default it takes the Chrome font, but let us add some font also. So let us add Arial, Helvetica, and Sans serif font. So here, if you have seen, there are by default minimum of 3 fonts you need to add. Why? Because first one is the primary font, second one and third one are the secondary font or the fallback fonts. Now what are these secondary fonts and the fallback fonts? These secondary fonts and fallback fonts are basically, if you see here, I am using the by default browser as Safari, and let us suppose that Chrome does not support Arial, so it will pick up the next available font, which is the Helvetica font, which I have given. Now let us suppose that Microsoft Edge does not support Arial and Helvetica font, so it will pick up the third font which we have given as secondary font, which is the sans serif font. Now let us have some new awesome fonts. So these are basically the Google fonts. As you know, these days Google are now into each and every part of our life. So Google are into fonts also. So these are the awesome fonts or font awesome, which is there in front of you. So we can pick any font, we can pick multiple font, that depends on our choice, that depends upon our thought. So let us pick up this Roboto font, and in this Roboto font we will take this one. So here let us import, Control C, normal size, and in the top we need to paste it. Now let me remove some kind of weird properties, and let us add the font family of roboto. So see how it looks properly and very attractive. So this is the Google, this is the beauty of Google fonts. Now let us create another paragraph. But what is happening here? As soon as if I create 10 paragraphs, 10 out of 10, every paragraph will copy the same set of styles what I have given. So in order to overcome from this problem, there is a introduction of classes and IDs are there. So what are classes and what are IDs? Classes and IDs both are used to target the HTML element, but there is a difference. Difference is what? Same class can be used multiple times, but ID can only be used one time. Fine. This is the main difference. Secondary difference is dot is used to highlight the class and hash is used to highlight the ID. Fine. So now let us see how we can use the classes and IDs. So let us use a class name as top, and here ID name is bottom. So now let me have p dot top. So I have declared top for here, and for p hash bottom, let me have some more styles. So we can have here font size of 20px, and we have the font color to orange red. So these are some basic styles which I have applied. Now let us move on to, okay, before moving on to the next topic, let us see, I have added here px, rem and em. So what are these things? Px, rem and em are basically the units of measurement. What are units? So if I say, when you go to a grocery shop, okay, and you ask for I can say sugar, so they will give you, sugar in kg. And if you ask for soap, they will give you in pieces. And if you ask for some oil, they will give you in liters or milliliters. So similarly to those kg, ml, pieces like that, we have something here also which are called as px, em and rem. So what is px, em and rem? Px, em and rem are basically units of measurement, okay, and these are units of measurement which applies to in css. So px, as you know, px stands for the pixels, okay, and after this px, सर p लगाना जरूरी है. P, guys, it is not necessary to put p here, but as I am telling you the basics, so that is why I am telling you like that. When you are on a place where you don't have to put, so you can remove also p. So it is same, okay. So you can remove p also, but I suggest you to use it, because because this is only a simple line of code, there is nothing here. But when you go deep and deep and deep, in order to see the alignment, you need to have that in a proper thing. I will tell you in the scaling of list part why it is necessary. Now let's switch on to the next topic, which is called as the classes and IDs. So let me cut it out. Okay, so what are classes? Okay, so okay, classes and IDs covered. Now let us see the box model concept. So for the box model concept, I need to switch to Chrome. If you inspect here and here, this is basically a box model concept which you can see here. So this is the content. Outside this content, we have padding. Padding will be across all sides, which is top, right, bottom, and left. After this padding, we have border. Border is also on all sides, top, right, left, top, right, bottom, and left. And after this border, we have margin. Margin is also on all sides. So now let us do something in box model. Box model is again an interview question which is being asked a lot. So here in this P with the class as top, let us create a padding of 20px. After this padding, we have border of 5px solid of green color, and after this border we have margin of 50px. So you can see here we have the content. Outside this content we have padding. Outside this padding we have border, and outside the border we have margin. So this is how you can create a box model. Now there are some alternate ways also for this padding and margin. So let us investigate that. So this is, you can use a commenting thing. So we have padding left of 10px, padding top of 20px, padding right of 30px, and padding bottom of 40px. So you can have different padding for different sites also. Or let me have another way. So padding of 10px and space 20px. 10px, what is 10px? 10px is for top and bottom. 20px is for left and right. Fine. Now let us see how to have margin. So similarly, we can have margin top of 40px, margin bottom of 30px, margin left of 20px, and margin right of 10p. Okay. So you can have, similarly you can have for margin also. Now let us have the last method in which you can have margin. So commenting out. So you can have for margin of 30px and 20px. So it will work in the same way. 30px is for top and bottom, and 20px is for left and right. Now, now after this, let us switch on to the styling of list. So let me create a list here. A div. Inside this div we have a h2, and in after this 2 we have unordered list, and in this we have li into 5. So this is the shortcut. One second, let me okay. So this is a shortcut which we with the help of which you can create li multiple times. So now we can have category here, and in this, as we don't want to go anywhere, so let us put hash and we will write category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4, category 5. So this is what I am looking for. Now let us try to use, or let us try to decorate this thing with the help of CSS. So here, let us give a class categories. Okay, let us target now. So dot categories, and we will create a border first, border of 2p solid of black color. Now let us have a border radius property. Let us create a border radius property of 5px in order to sharpen, in order to remove the sharpening of the edges. Let us create, it is getting more finer, more curved. So now let us pick up each and every item and do the styling part. So after this, we will pick up the H2. In this H2, let us use the text color in center. The category will come in the center, and let us give a font Roboto, and let us have an increase in the font size of 30px, 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 30px. Okay. Text decoration, sorry, text transform to uppercase, looks nice, and let us change the color also to orange red, and have the font weight as bold. Fine. So now it seems that H2 is in alignment. Now one second. Okay. Now let us target these unordered list. So dot categories unordered list, and in this dot categories unordered list, let us do the styling. So we will use the list style as none and a padding of 0, so that everything will come to the left. Now after this, dot categories unordered list item. Okay, so here what do you use? Text decoration as none, and we'll change the color to black, and let us pick now dot categories anchor tag. Let's have some margin in the bottom of 20px. Okay, margin in the bottom we'll need to apply here. Okay, some space on created, and if padding, let us have some padding of npx, and a border bottom of 1px dotted with blue color. What is the difference between? Okay, I will reply. 1 minute. So this is how it looks like. So now let us have some hover properties. Let us add some hover properties here. So okay. So let us add some hover properties. So dot categories anchor tag hover, and let us apply to the background color will change to yellow. See, or let us apply it on h2, and here text decoration none. So this is how we can apply. Okay, fine. So this is applying here, and what else we can add? Fine. So this is how you can do the styling of list part. Now let me hand over for the JavaScript part to my colleague Hari. So let us add Hari now.
Hello. Hello everyone. Can guys anyone reply me like whether my voice is audible for you? Hello. Hello everyone. Is my voice is audible for all? I hope that my voice is audible for all. Yeah. Sorry, some technical issue in the streaming platform. Okay. Just a minute. Is my screen is visible for all? Is my voice is audible? Just a minute. Yeah, sir. But this Dreamy Studios get.
Hari have some problem, so let me start and let me take through JavaScript. Okay, so no problem. So Hari is having some problem, so let me start with JavaScript. So let's see. Let me share my screen because this network issues was there, so it was because of that. So what we're going to do? So we're going to do a bit of JavaScript. So what we are going to do? So let's see. So this was the CSS file. Okay, so let us continue in this, and we are going to add some JavaScript to it. So let me go live. Okay. So this was something which Mosam added there. Okay, so yeah, so this was something which Mosam did. which Mosam did. Okay, so we are going to add JavaScript now to this thing. So let us add some JavaScript. And as I've told earlier that we are not going to cover much of JavaScript, because the thing is that JavaScript we take 8-hour class, and that is taken by Harry only. So he's not having this problem like every time. So today I don't know, maybe some storm is there in place. So for that reason he have this thing. So what we are going to do? So let me do one thing. Not this. CSS. Let us do. Okay, so let's not do the CSS. Let's do something on the Java HTML only. Okay, so HTML, what we are going to do? So as I have created this form, so one of the major thing of any like JavaScript is to add functionality. So we let us add some functionality to this form. So let me go live, and okay, so where is the form? So okay, it is not showing. I don't want to show it here. I want to show it in Chrome. So let me show it in Chrome. Okay. I think it is open in Chrome. So this is our form. So let's add some functionality in this form, so that when the user write something here, then we can get all the things. Okay, so we are going to do this thing, and this is something which we don't teach that early, and we generally teach it in something known as JavaScript DOM. So this is known as DOM programming also. So let us do the DOM programming right now. And here let me have it a bit smaller. The first thing is that I'm going to add only in the first three thing, the JavaScript. And how do we add JavaScript? JavaScript is the first programming language which you're going to learn right now. And JavaScript we generally give in a file known as a main.js, or anything like anything with starting with the JS. So main.js. Okay, main.js. And advanced JavaScripts are there, like through which we can submit everything to Facebook. So the Facebook example which I was giving, we submit everything to the Facebook like that. Okay, so the main.js, I've done this main.js, but where to include this main.js? Just like Mosam had told how to include the CSS, maybe he had included it here. Okay, so JavaScript we generally include at the end, before this body is ending. So we're going to include it here. So script src I'm going to take, and then I'm going to take the main.js. Main.js I'll do and save it. Main.js I've taken. Then what we are going to do here, let us have a JavaScript in these three things only, which are like very important to give. Okay, we'll have in this three things only. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to select something, select this element. So selecting the elements is the main thing here in JavaScript. And how do we select the element? We select the element with like this form is there. So this form, also might have told about the IDs. So IDs are very important. So IDs are very important in JavaScript. We generally take these classes in CSS, and IDs in this JavaScript we take. So ID equal to my form I have taken. Then I want to take this name and age I want to take. So okay, I have a IDs here already. So that is very good. And what else I am going to have here? So ID is there. Let me do one thing. Let me comment out the rest of the thing, so that we don't have all these things right now. Let me come here and till here I will comment it out. I will save it. So I have only a very small form with name, age, and message. So I want the user to fill all this thing, and then when he clicks on this send button, I want to show them right now. most of the time what happens in something like Facebook and all, whenever the user fill everything and click on the send button, everything will be sent to the back end. Okay, so it will be working like this. So I have done these three things, but I want to show a bit of a error also if the user doesn't fill this thing. You might have seen in, you go to the facebook.com and you enter your name, but you don't enter your password, it will show you some error. So let us show a bit of error also, and for that what we need to, or maybe that error will be too much. Okay, so let us directly show that right now. Okay, so I will have a, what I'm going to have, I'm going to have an empty ul after this. It's like empty ul. Where is my form ending? Form is ending here. So I'll have empty ul and hash of users. Okay. So I will have an empty ul like this. So right now it is not having anything, but JavaScript is very powerful. We can have a lot of things with JavaScript. So we have to select elements of JavaScript, and what we're doing right now, it is known as DOM programming. So I'm going to select const my form, any name you can give, what is this forms and all this in C or JavaScript class. We are going to have JavaScript class next month also, but you can see the recordings of the previous classes which Hari had taken, like he had taken 8 hours of JavaScript. You can see those things. Okay, 8 hours of JavaScript you can see. One sec, let me open the chat if someone is asking something. One sec. So no, JavaScript is not like CSS. CSS is used to just give the styling. JavaScript is something which is much more tougher than CSS. It is used to add logic, like this send button. When I click on the send button, then what will happen? It is the first programming language. It is not like CSS. It is not used to give styling and all those things. Okay, it is not like that. Okay, so it is not like CSS at all. So that was a good question. So yeah, my form is there, and that is, this is the first programming language which you have to learn. So document dot, there is something known as query selector. So this, all these things are there. So I'm only giving a taste of JavaScript, all the JavaScript, and this is also not the starting of JavaScript. Starting we tell what are different types, like this const I've taken. So mad gamers, you were asking about this, the const var let, a lot of things are there. So those things are there. If you're coming from programming background like Java, C++, you'll understand a bit. But if you're not coming from programming, don't worry, because we help people from mechanical engineering, electronic engineering, all those people who are not coming from programming background, we help them also completely. So, and this is something in the mid, as I'm only giving the taste of what is there in JavaScript. So I have to select this. So I'll select this hash my form. So why hash my form? So because this form have a ID of my form. Okay, so this is there. Then I'm going to select the name, age, and message also. So the thing, what is the name, age, and message? So they all have the, this has the ID of name, ID of age, and ID of message. So const name input equal to document dot query selector and hash name, age input, age, and msg, let us call it msg input is ID of message. And we have a ul also that I've taken for a reason. I will tell that reason. I'm going to show everything what the user enter here when he or she clicks on the send. I want to show it here. So this is something which is generally not done. Generally in Facebook, what will happen, you'll go there, you'll enter something, you'll click the send, it will send to the backend. And backend, sometimes like Facebook, I put a post, it will send to the backend and it will show there in my feed. So those things are everything. We teach all these things also in advanced React JS and all these classes. This is what you also have to learn. Okay, so that is it. But all these things I've taken. Again, one more thing I will take this. There is a unordered list of ID users, completely empty. We are going to actually fill it. Okay, so I will come here and do a const user list equal to document dot query selector and hash users. Hash users I'll do because that is with the name of the users. So hash users I've done. Now I've selected everything, but now this send button is there. So when the user click on this send button, I have to listen for it. And this is where JavaScript came to picture. JavaScript was actually created for this reason only. For that, what I need to do is my form is there. My form dot add event listener is there. And then it will have a submit. And we still have not given the second attendance form. It will be shared by around 5:45. So be here. So because you have to fill both the attendance form. Okay. So this submit. So add event listener submit. And then I will have a on submit. Okay. On submit is there. SUBMIT. Okay. So what is this? So this event listener will continuously run in the background. So what event listener happens? It continuously runs in the background, and it will wait for the user click. So the moment I will click it, so submit event listener is there because the input type is submit. So submit event listener is there. So to keep on listening, and the moment I click there, send, in this send I will click, this thing will fire. Okay, what is this thing? This is a function. So what is a function? So function are something like if you're again coming from a programming background, you'll know what is the functions. They're also known as methods in Java. Okay, and JavaScript is mainly a function programming language. Okay, so functions are basically small codes which like sometimes you have some common thing. So you put it in a function. You don't write the whole program like a very big piece of code. Okay, no, everything you divide as a function in the JavaScript. Okay, and in Java or C++, you divide everything in a class. Okay, so that's why Java is much more tougher. Okay, so on submit, I will have something like E. What is this E? E is something which is like it is given to us by the browser. E is given to us by the browser. So E is there, and then okay. So here we'll have a E dot prevent default. So E dot prevent default we have to do because when I was studying HTML, I was telling that when I click on the send button, there is something known as refresh happen. Okay, refresh happen, and it removes everything. Actually, that refresh happen and submitting something in the backend, it is like it is from the PHP world. Okay, so someone was asking PHP, and I was telling that PHP is a dinosaur language for that reason. PHP was one of the starting language for the server-side programming. So what used to happen in PHP, everything used to be submitted from here. But when JavaScript came, JavaScript is used in the backend also. Okay, one second. JavaScript is used in the backend also, like Node.js and all. So JavaScript doesn't like this refreshing thing because it submits everything in a different way, not like PHP through here. So that behavior we are stopping with E dot prevent default. E dot prevent default, we're stopping that. And now how I will get the value here? So again, there is something which the programmers know, and this is again an inbuilt thing which is known as console log. Console log I will do, and the name input dot value, age input dot value, and message input dot value. You'll see what is this console log. Again, this is something which is inbuilt. So now for that I have to go to the inspect and go to the console. Then did I did a main? Yeah, main. I have to add it like this. Okay, then I will give like this, and this is good. All right, and I'll do the send. So as I told earlier, the moment I click the send, this all things will happen. Okay, this all things will come to the send. See this coming. And one more thing, you'll see that the browser is not refreshed. Okay, I will show one more thing. I will comment out this e.prevent default. Okay, so let us see what will happen. E.prevent default. I'll comment out this thing again. I'll put something, and like something I'll put. So now see what will happen. Right. If I click here, see what will happen. Closely, I got the result, but it had refreshed and it has gone away. So this is not a good thing in JavaScript. In fact, it's a very bad thing in JavaScript. So that's the reason in JavaScript code, it is very, very important to give this e.prevent default. It is very important to give unsplash.jpg. Okay, it is giving me error because unsplash.jpg is not there. Okay, so no problem is there because that site is that we have broke it. Maybe I'll do it right now. Okay, images, no problem. Okay, so that is there. Now console.log, I don't want to see the console.log because nobody sees console.log, and for that reason I have created this user list. Okay, user list I've created for that reason. So what we are, how we're going to get this. Okay, so to get this, what we are going to do, JavaScript is again a very, very powerful programming language. You can do a lot of things. You can create HTML also from it. Okay, so that is the main thing. You can create HTML also from there. So this, we have created this UL for a reason. Actually, programmatically, I'm going to create li from it. Okay, so how I'm going to create li from it? So I will take a variable like const li, or list also you can take, or I will say it list item. Maybe I'll call it list item equal to document, because li means list item only. Document dot get document dot create element. Document dot create element. I can create element also, and then I'll do a li. Okay, thank Liverpool. Okay, so document dot create element li. And as I've told, if you are just scared of seeing this, please don't be scared. This is something which we tell in JavaScript class number 4. Okay, not even 1 2 class number 4. Okay, but I'm just going to give you a taste of JavaScript. I want to show how the real programming works. Okay, after the basics only we reach here, and this is known as DOM programming. Okay, so don't get scared if you're seeing this thing for the first time. Okay, so that is it. So list item document dot create element li. So as I told, with JavaScript I can create an element also. Okay, so that is there. And then what I'm going to do here, list item dot append child and document dot create text node. Create text node. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take, this is a way in which you show the variables. Now we know that with name input dot value, which is giving us the value, email input dot value was giving us the value, message input dot value was giving us the value. So we are going to use that, and I'm going to show dollar name input dot value, name input dot value dollar, then dollar email, it is not email, it is age input dot value dash dollar and msg input dot value. Don't worry, all these things have been taught like actually in the li I'm putting some content inside the li. I'll also show what I'm doing. Okay, then after this I'll do a user list dot append child and list item. Okay, so then I'll save it. Now let us see whether it is working or not. So I'll come here, do, then this is working, I'll do, and I'll click here. See, this is working, is coming. So this is how it is working. So one more thing before going forward, I want to show the thing also. See, this is not a good thing. You might have seen in websites when I click on the send, this thing clears. Okay, so how this thing clears? This thing will clear with me making name input dot value equal to empty string, each input dot value equal to empty string, and message input dot value equal to empty string. I'll do these three things. Okay, I'll save it. Now let me again come here. This is awesome. So I'll click on the send. See this thing? This is gone. Okay, so tomatoes. Okay, so see, this is working again. So now how this was created, so let us see it once. So if I go to this inspect, and if you are going to see this, make it a bit bigger, see this item. Okay, so here in my index.html I have only a user id, ul of id of users, so it was empty. Actually when I added it there, so what happened, it came here to this line number 11 and it created an li. Then inside this li, it took whatever the value was there, and in this li it added that thing, and then that li it added in the user list. User list is means this ul it had added. So this, see, it is like this, it is there. So I can see actually in html css code, all of the code you can see it here. Okay, so that is there. So that is how it is there. So okay, so this is how it is working. Okay, one more thing, so let me also give the one sec. So I'll give the attendance number 2. So let me give the attendance number 2. Attendance 2. Please do mark the both of the attendance are required. So I have given the attendance number 2 also. Please do it, and let me give it on LinkedIn also. Okay, so attendance 2. I've given that attendance 2 on LinkedIn also. If someone is watching on LinkedIn, they can fill it on LinkedIn also. So we're done with, as I've told, this JavaScript which we have teach, it is not complete. So JavaScript is generally, if you go to our site like YouTube, okay, so if you go and this is there, and one sec. If you go to our site like this, what if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. And here if you see, we have this CSS classes. Okay, so CSS classes, like it was taken by Mosam, like a 4-day CSS classes we have. Okay, so if someone wants to see this playlist, every weeks we have this classes, 4 CSS classes we have this month. Okay, this month only we have. Okay, so that is there, the CSS is there. Then we generally have not one but 2 JavaScript classes. Okay, so JavaScript beginners to advanced and advanced to beginners. I would paste all these links there. So if someone is coming, because already in this month we have the CSS classes already done. Next week only, okay, so you're at a very good place. So next week only the JavaScript will start. Okay, so that is there. So but if you want to see how do we teach CSS, so CSS is already done, so we cannot do it again this month. So CSS was done from I think 1st of October, whatever it was, Monday. Okay, so Monday we start. Okay, so CSS playlist, you can see the CSS playlist, and JavaScript actually will be done. So I'm not doing the JavaScript playlist because JavaScript will start from Monday 8:30 p.m. IST in the evening. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, we have 4 days we are going to have. Okay, so that is something which you are going to have, and that is there. And one more thing is there. If I will give you all, like you can join our WhatsApp group also, in which we say a lot of things there, and you will know about all our coming classes and all, so join the WhatsApp group. So you'll come to know whatever are learning. So we have a lot of things. Even tomorrow we are going to release a premium video tomorrow at 9. So it will not be live, but tomorrow also we are going to release a very good video. Okay. So we have released some very good videos recently. If you see, we have released some very premium videos right now. So we do a lot of things on the channel. So our main thing is to make you a web app developer. Okay, so that is there. If you want to become, you can, a lot of people have become by seeing these things. This is one way to become a web app developer. There is another shortcut also to become a web app developer. So we don't have time to teach this many people, like 5.38k people, although we are telling everything. Because someone was asking me, sir, you are teaching everything on YouTube, then why should we join your paid class? Okay, so I tell that the paid classes, like we have paid classes also, and in fact we run this paid classes every 2 months. We run this paid classes. The next paid class is starting from Monday 10th October, and it will be also from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. IST. It will be there. So the paid classes is starting there, and a bit I will tell a bit more about it, about those paid classes. And so already 5 people have registered for that, so it's going to start. So this is the paid class. Okay, so let me tell about that. Okay, it is online, totally online boot camp, online boot camp starting 10th October. So online bootcamp starting 10th October. So I've given the link also. Online bootcamp is starting 10th October. It is 10,600 rupees, and it's a 2 month long bootcamp, but it doesn't end there. Until you get a job, we will be after you. So unless you get a job, we'll be after you. And it's a full stack, like a MERN developer you're going to become. We're going to teach React also. We're going to teach Node.js also. So it is something is written starting with the basics, and it is live classes on Zoom, not on YouTube, on Zoom, private classes on Zoom. You will get the recordings also. So it is a private, it is a live class. It is not like Udemy, like recording kind of classes. No, it is a live classes which you're going to do. You're going to get teaching assistance whenever you face some issues. See, the main problem is not like this. Everyone can watch our YouTube and become a developer, but then also we have a very less success ratio, and we have more success ratio here. Till now we are able to make around more than 50 people web developer with this, without batches and all, because you'll get a one-to-one guidance also from us, mentorship also. And I have a connection with a lot of startups. The moment you know HTML, CSS, JavaScript and React, I can give you a job. I can get your job. So we'll help you to get your job. So it is not like that you'll just come here and you'll get a job. No, we are not promising to do it like this. Okay, so what we are promising, help to get an internship job if required. If required is there, because most of our students get job halfway down the course only, because we do tell them some of the secrets, that like the LinkedIn secret which I have told. So I have already told that secret, how to get a job. So we make them visible a lot on LinkedIn. See, you might have seen Bhargava's, okay, Bhargava's thing. He is way too much visible on LinkedIn. He will get a job on its own only. Or if he will not get a job, I'm going to get, we are going to give them internship, or we are going to help them get internship. We are going to help them get a job. We're going to get their foot set on the industry, because the type of people who are teaching, nobody teaches like that. We're teaching mechanical engineers, we're taking electronics engineers, everybody is teaching engineers, like computer engineers, but we are not teaching them. They are welcome, they are very much welcome. Okay, if you are from a tier 2 or tier 3 college, and if you don't know anything how to get into the industry, we are there, because I have like more than 16 years of experience in the industry. And I was the developer at the top of my career. I have worked with almost every big company out there, and now also I am teaching in almost every big corporate out there. In fact, I'm teaching in the top 10-20 corporates in India right now. Okay, so that is there. And so but the student needs to complete the assignment and the project, so that is there. So and then lifelong part of community and learn. And we have like the batch starting from 10th October. So if you want, please do come, because we have batches starting after 2 months. So this October batch will start from October to November, then the next batch will start in December. So you have to wait till December. Okay, so like that. So every two months we have these batches. So this is there, this is the batches and all. And I've given everything, like I think. Okay, so hope you like this thing. We have some challenges, but I think I covered the JavaScript and all. So as I told, JavaScript, everything I have not taught. So everything will be like they are completed by Hari only. So on from Monday he is going to take the JavaScript classes, and that will be there. And if you want to know more about this online bootcamp, please do connect with me on LinkedIn. Also you can connect on the WhatsApp groups which I have given. You can connect there also. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me give this. Let me give my LinkedIn only. Contact on LinkedIn. You can contact me on LinkedIn also if you want to know more about this. Okay, so with this I will end today's stream. I hope you liked it. So whatever way, if you want to become a developer, so it is okay. If you want to become a developer by watching our videos, you're most welcome. If you want to join an online bootcamp, you're most welcome. If you want to learn physically from me, but you have to stay in Bhopal for that. Okay, so you have to come to Bhopal for that, and we are going to start a physical batch also soon. Okay, this I'm going to end today's stream. Hope you liked it. Please do like and subscribe, and please do fill both of the forms. Then only you'll get the your participation certificate. Okay, thank you.